The papyrus, putting on my table every month. I don't wanna be sad. Don't even try to hide it. No, I don't wanna lose it. And you say how it is, it's so important. The papyrus, we're all so alive. The papyrus.
Welcome to the Papyrus TV Africa News Updates. First, the headlines. Fulani Kwajafa, founder of Sars, passes away at 88. Oil marketers struggle as fuel costs drive Nigerians to public transport. 15,000 doctors leave Nigeria in 2024 amid pay disputes. Vice President Shettima returns after aircraft incident shortens trip. Northern governors reject tax bill, urge action on power outages. Ghana seeks to get supply from Dangote refinery to cut costs. The news in full. Fulani Kwajafa, former CEO of National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) and retired police commissioner, has passed away at age 88. His son Nuhu Fulani Kwajafa, Director General of the Global Initiative for Peace, Love and Care (GIPLC), confirmed the news, expressing deep gratitude for his father's life and service to Nigeria. In a heartfelt Instagram post, Nuhu shared, "This morning my beloved father passed away at the age of 88. I thank God for his life and his contribution to our great country, Nigeria. We will deeply miss you, Dad. Rest in peace. Fulani Kwajafa, OFR." Kwajafa began his career as a constable in the Nigerian police force in 1954, rising to the police commissioner by 1984, and later serving as NDLEA chairman in 1991. Known for establishing the now-defunct Special Anti-Robbery Squad (Sars), Kwajafa held complex feelings about his legacy. In a 2020 interview with BBC Hausa, he expressed regret over the direction SARS took, noting, "When I am mentioned as the creator of SARS, I feel ashamed. It's a thing of regret for me. If I had known it would be like this, I wouldn't have created it." Kwajafa's life and career reflects a lasting impact on Nigeria's law enforcement history, leaving behind a legacy both celebrated and contemplated. Progressively, oil marketers are grappling with the rising borrowing costs and dwindling customer purchasing power, adding to their financial strain as fuel sales decline across Nigeria. Chinedu, a concerned industry representative, highlighted how filling stations are seeing fewer customers, with middle-class Nigerians increasingly opting for public transport due to high fuel prices. Most funds we invest come from loans and interest rates are prohibitive, he said, adding that sales no longer generate sufficient returns. Traffic at filling stations has dropped considerably, with only a few cars in queues as small Nigerians switch to economical transport options. What we're witnessing now is more about price disparities than scarcity, Chinedu explained, noting that the industry's financial viability is deteriorating amid soaring operational costs. In a joint plea, industry leaders are calling on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to establish a 100 billion seed fund to support oil marketers, similar to previous government relief funds for the aviation and agricultural sectors. This appeal comes amid escalating food and energy prices across Nigeria. Once priced under 200 naira per litre, petrol now costs over 1,000 naira per litre, an outcome attributed to recent policy shifts like subsidy removal and exchange rate unification, which have further squeezed the purchasing power of Nigeria's middle-class citizens. In recent developments, Abdul Rahman Ali, chairman of Nigerian Medical Association (NMA) in Kano State, has reported the alarming departure of 15,000 doctors from Nigeria in 2024, attributing the exodus to inadequate compensation. Speaking during the press conference for Physician Week, themed "Ensuring Universal Applicability in Remuneration, a pancare to talent retention in the healthcare system," Ali emphasized the role of fair pay in retaining medical talent. Fair remuneration goes beyond just salary. It recognizes our worth and is a motivator for excellence. Ali stated, underscoring that adequate compensation reflects the dedication healthcare professionals bring to patient care. He also called on the Kano State government to honor its commitment to the revised hazard allowance for health workers, stressing that fulfilling these agreements would help reduce the ongoing brain drain. Moving on, Vice President Kashim Shettima has returned to Nigeria after an aircraft incident disrupted his planned attendance at the 2024 Commonwealth Heads of Government Summit in Samoa. During a stopover at JFK Airport in New York, a foreign object damaged the aircraft, forcing an early return for repairs. As a result, Nigeria was represented by a team of ministers at the summit. Upon arrival, Shettima briefed President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on recent national and international engagements, including a visit to Sweden for high-level discussions with Crown Princess Victoria and the Swedish Prime Minister to strengthen bilateral relations. Photographs from the State House showed the Vice President and President Tinubu in talks at the presidential villa, with Tinubu resuming his duties after his October 19 return to Nigeria. Furthermore, the 19th Northern States Governors Forum, alongside the Northern States Council of Emirates and Chiefs, has unanimously rejected the proposed tax reform bill currently before the National Assembly, asserting that it threatens northern interests. Chaired by Alhaji Mohammed Inuwa Yahaya, the forum called on lawmakers to oppose the bill, citing concerns over the shift to a VAT distribution model based on business location, which they argue would disadvantage northern states. Meeting in Kaduna, the governors also highlighted the urgent need to resolve prolonged power outages across northern Nigeria, urging the federal government to address infrastructure and vulnerabilities and vandalism that continue to disrupt electricity supply. The forum emphasized that addressing these issues is essential to bolstering the region's economy and stability. The governors committed to advancing northern agricultural potential, advocating support for farmers through financing, modern techniques and infrastructure, with a focus on food security and industrial growth through reviving agro-allied industries like the textile sector. They also pledged support for federal initiatives in the livestock subsector, expressing readiness to collaborate with the Presidential Livestock Reforms Implementation Committee. Acknowledging the impact of climate change, the forum resolved to partner with the federal government on irrigation and flood mitigation projects. Additionally, they reiterated their commitment to addressing the North's high rate of out-of-school children and to improving educational outcomes in the region. The forum appealed for public patience and current economic challenges, assuring citizens that efforts are underway to ease the impacts on northern communities. Conclusively, as Nigeria navigates ongoing challenges with Africa's largest refinery, Ghana's National Petroleum Authority (NPA) is considering sourcing petroleum products from Dangote Petroleum Refinery once it operates at full capacity. Mustafa Abdulhamid, NPA chairman, shared this strategy during the OTL Africa Downstream Oil Conference in Lagos. The Dangote refinery, with a 650,000 barrels per day capacity, began diesel and aviation fuel supply earlier this year and officially started refining crude oil in September. Abdulhamid expressed optimism that importing from Nigeria rather than Europe will save Ghana approximately $400 million monthly by lowering freight costs and reducing dependency on pricier European products. If the refinery reaches 650,000 barrels per day, all the volume cannot be consumed by Nigeria alone, Abdulhamid said. It would be easier and more cost-effective for us to import from Nigeria, potentially lowering fuel and freight costs and positively impacting prices of other goods and services. Additionally, Abdulhamid highlighted discussions among Africa's nations to establish a common currency to ease dollar dependency and stabilize local economies. Ghana's Association of Oil Marketing Companies had recently projected a slight reduction in fuel prices, conditional on the city's stability against the dollar. Owned by Africa's wealthiest individual, Aliko Dangote, the refinery is anticipated to reach near full operation capacity by year-end.
The papyrus.